What's going on, guys? Thanks for watching. Keep calm and game on. In this episode, I'm giving you a quick update on the Lectric XP 2.0 battery alignment issue I was having. So basically what happened is I got the bike in the mail. The battery was already installed inside the down tube, but when I went to unfold it, I guess you would say like the teeth of the bike itself were not lining up with the grooves in the battery, so they weren't lining up correctly. So I called Lectric and got their helpline, and they basically told me that I needed like a little rubber wedge thing, which is this, and they ended up sending that to me in the mail, which took about 2 weeks to get here. It's basically just like a little rubber strip that you can probably buy at Home Depot. You could probably get I think like a whole roll of this stuff for like $5 on Amazon. They could have just told me like the exact specifications of like what the tape was, but instead they just sent me, the strip, which I feel like if I ordered it from Amazon, it probably would have got here faster. But I guess you could also use duct tape or, anything like that. But basically it's just kind of like a little piece of rubber. 3M is the company that makes it, and it just has adhesive on one side, and I put that on the bottom of the battery because I was having issues where it was sitting too low in the down tube, so the little rubber on the bottom kind of propped it up a little. It helped a little bit, but I noticed that it was still not lining up correctly. So I called Lectric again, and they said I could put more tape on the bottom, or I could get some needle nose pliers and just kind of bend the teeth that are inside the down tube, just kind of bend them ever so slightly downward so they would line up with the teeth on the actual battery, that's actually what I ended up doing, because after I put this rubber strip, there was like really no extra wiggle room. So if I put like more rubber on the bottom, it probably would have just got stuck in there and I would never be able to get it out. That being said, it is a pretty snug fit with this. So it takes a little bit of wiggling to get it out of there, which I guess isn't a bad thing, because if you have the bike kind of folded and it's facing down, if you undo the key, like before I had this rubber, it would just kind of like slide out. Now there's like some resistance, so I guess it's a good thing. But yeah, I just ended up having to kind of get some needle nose pliers and slightly bend the teeth downward. If you open the bike so it's like almost all the way open, you can kind of see how they're going to line up, and I just had to individually kind of bend those down so they would line up correctly. It wasn't hard to do, and actually the company itself said that it won't void the warranty. A lot of times when they get them from China and like their people are putting them together, the people that are actually installing the batteries and stuff, they slightly bend them down if they're not lined up correctly. So even like the manufacturers do this. It's not going to void your warranty. If you're not sure, you can call them yourself and ask, but that is what they recommended. They recommended I get that little tape, which they sent me for free. Like I said, it did take a while to get here, but you could also, I guess, use duct tape or something. But yeah, they sent that to me. It still wasn't the most snug. Like, there's a little bit of room, but I ended up having to bend those down just a little bit. And I tested it out the other day, rode it around my neighborhood. It's snowing here in Idaho, so I didn't really go that far, but I went over some snow, because there was some snow on the highway, on the road, and it actually handles not too shabby in the snow. Like, it was kind of slushy. I didn't ride it too much because, electric bikes and snow probably don't go that well together, but I was like surprised at the speed. I was like zipping around at like 19, 20 miles an hour with the throttle, and I was getting it to go pretty fast with the pedal assist, but I kind of ran out of road because, like I said, there was snow. But yeah, long story short, if you guys run into the issue where the battery does not line up with the prongs in the down tube and you're trying to unfold it, don't try to force it, because I've seen people on Facebook groups and stuff that just kind of try to just push it open, just try to like go fast and try to force it, and then they end up breaking these little grooves on the battery. They end up breaking those because these things can break. So they just kind of just slam it, trying to do it by force, slam it open, and they end up breaking these. So like, if you get the bike, slowly open it, slowly unfold it, and see if they're going to line up. And if they're like way off like they were with mine, then you should probably call Lectric, ask them to send you this little wedge thing. They'll know because like when I called, they knew exactly what the problem was, and they sent that. If you don't want to wait for them to send you that piece of rubber, you can just, ask the exact specifications of what the rubber is, like what the brand is, what the the diameter is, and you can probably get it off Amazon or even a Home Depot if you don't want to wait. But that is my recommendation. Try some tape to get it to line up a little bit better, and then get some needle nose pliers and just slowly, one at a time, just kind of line them up and then slowly do it. But don't try to force it, okay? A lot of people do that and it breaks. And they said this isn't like a super common issue, but it has happened in the past. And when I Googled this, nothing came up. Nothing on Google, nothing on YouTube. So this is probably one of the few videos you're gonna find. But like I said, when you get the bike out of the box, slowly open it, slowly unfold it. Don't force it, especially if the battery's in there, because you can break those little prongs and you can break these things because it's just plastic. So be careful. Get that rubber if you need to. Get some needle nose pliers. Bend them down if you have to. If you want to double check with the manufacturer, like I said, they told me it was fine. It wouldn't void the warranty. But if you want to double check so they can kind of make sure that they have emails and stuff noting that, hey, we told you to do this. So if you break your bike by accident, they'll be like, hey, it's on us, and they'll probably fix it. But yeah, that's how I fixed it. It seems to be working fine now. I also had to adjust the brakes a little bit. Haven't really got to ride it that much because, like I said, it is snowing here in Idaho. So I finally got the bike to work after about 2 months of waiting for the rubber to get here, waiting for, the issue to get fixed, waiting for the bike to get here. But once the weather clears up, I'm going to be zipping around on my Lectric XP 2.0. So thanks again for watching, guys. If you want to stay up to date with all my shenanigans, and I'm going to do a lot of vlogs about this bike, okay? So if you want to stay up to date with that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Until next time, my name is Adam. Stay safe out there, and remember, keep counting game on. Toodles!